He got to be tall.
That's
So
the only
6'7",
criteria?
6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
Okay, so
Athlete
NBA.
NBA.
Okay.
Angel Reese is single and she's ready to mingle, but she's looking for something specific.
I kind of I only mess with athletes.
Must be at least 6'7" and must be in the NBA. Shakespeare himself couldn't have thought of something that romantic if he tried. Luckily for Angel, there are exactly 265 NBA players who are at least 6'7". A lot of big names are getting tossed about, like the NBA's perennial bachelor Kevin Durant, French phenom Victor Wembanyama, and the Canadian sweetheart Scotty Barnes, to name a few. But no one has actually taken the time to do a deep dive and figure out all of the players who actually fit Angel Reese's dating criteria. Until now. That's right. Thanks to AI, advanced search algorithms, and social media, I took one for the team and spent more time than I'd like to admit searching, is every NBA player 6'7" and above single? Now, I already know some Google employees spying on my account activity must be thinking, geez, who is this hella thirsty wannabe wag? Anyway, what follows, organized by height, are my results. Now, I have 5 conditions for the viewers. All 5 of these conditions are things you can't get mad at me about. First, it is very difficult and ever-changing to know, without a shadow of a doubt, every NBA player who's actually single. Believe it or not, even in this age of oversharing, not everyone reveals every intimate detail of their lives over social media. So I apologize in advance to any romantic partners I missed in my research. I promise it was not intentional. Second, NBA rosters are still fluid at this time in the season, so it's hard to know every NBA player on every roster across the league. So, if you were dying to see your favorite single, no-name Utah Jazz reserve, who's on a 2-way contract with the G League, and I wasn't 100% sure they're in the NBA at the moment, they didn't make the list. Sorry, not sorry about this one, but come on. Angel Reese and a Utah Jazz reserve, that doesn't sound like a very sexy match. Third, I am not an actual matchmaker. I don't know anybody's astrological signs and who's a Leo and who's a Capricorn and who you're supposed to date or not date, or when Mercury's in retrograde, so spare me those complaints as well. Fourth, I'm aware there are several players on this list who have a brother in the league also on this list. I am not suggesting Angel Reese date multiple brothers from the same family and forever tear that brood apart. I'm just giving Angel all her options. I will assume Angel Reese will move on to another family if she dates one of a sibling pair from this list. But if she doesn't, that's on her, not me. And finally, the 5th condition. Let's be real. Angel Reese can't just date anybody. She's a household name now, with a big personality. So in my opinion, she needs someone with at least as much name recognition as her. If she wanted to date a low-key, under-the-radar dude, she would have said so.
I mean, maybe I need to find me a little lawyer that's like 6.
Little finance bae.
Okay, I guess she did say that at one point, but she was being sarcastic. Let's assume Angel needs someone who can match her charisma and gamesmanship. So after we reveal all her potential matches, we'll narrow it down to 2 final contenders, Bachelorette style. Okay, enough with the foreplay. Let's get right to the fantasy suites and determine who Angel Reese should date. Of the 265 potential candidates, here are the best bachelors for Angel Reese, inch by inch. First up, we got the 6'7" hoopers. Sorry, Devin Booker, you just missed it. But your romantic life seems to be complicated enough anyway. From the 6'7" category, I like OG Anunoby, Jonathan Kuminga, and Brandon Miller competing for Angel's affections. From the 6'8" group, we narrowed it down to Pascal Siakam and Aaron Gordon. From 6'9", let's add Tristan Thompson to the mix. Although, let's take this one with a grain of salt. It might not be worth getting on the Kardashians' bad side. We have a few options for the 6'10" group, including Michael Porter Jr., Paolo Banchero, and Jalen Duren. But one big old asterisk here. Reese has already been rumored to have dated Jalen Duren. We know Angel Reese is a great rebounder on the court, but would she rebound with an ex in her personal life too? We might need to use a coach's challenge to issue a verdict on that one. At 6'11", I'm gonna go with Kevin Durant and Jabari Smith Jr. And finally, we've reached the 7-footers. Out of the 37 NBA Giants, we've narrowed Angel's options down to Derek Lively II, Chet Holmgren, Zach Edey, Bol Bol, and Wemby. So now let's fast forward and pretend this is the final rose ceremony on The Bachelorette. It's time to eliminate all the dudes who don't have a chance with Angel in one fell swoop. Let's rip off the band-aid and reveal our 2 finalists. First up, our runner-up. Maybe it's because he's the NBA's perennial bachelor who claims to enjoy the single life, or maybe it's because his most notable long-term relationship was with another WNBA player. Or maybe it's because he sat with Angel Reese during a basketball game at the Paris Olympics, which sparked dating rumors in and of itself. Or maybe still it's because Angel has already called him her favorite NBA player. Plus, she loves his mom. Our runner-up bachelor for Angel is none other than Kevin Durant. I know what you're thinking, the age gap. First of all, it's not as bad as Bill Belichick and his girlfriend, but we agree it may not work for Angel in the long run. Sorry, Katie, better luck next time. We found a bachelor who is the same age as Angel, plays the same position, is an ideal 7 inches taller, and is quickly becoming one of the biggest stars in the NBA. Angel's final rose goes to Paolo Banchero. Come on, he checks every box. They even have the same eyes. Also, Banchero plus the Bayo Barbie has a ring to it, no? That's nice alliteration. So Paolo and Angel, if you guys become the next power couple after seeing this, just be sure to save me a seat at the wedding.